Cologne Cathedral. Cologne Cathedral is a Catholic cathedral in Cologne, North Rhine-Westphalia. It is the seat of the Archbishop of Cologne and of the administration of the Archdiocese of Cologne. It is a renowned monument of German Catholicism and Gothic architecture and was declared a World Heritage Site in 1996. It is Germany's most visited landmark, attracting an average of 20,000 people a day. At 157 meters, the cathedral is currently the tallest twin-spired church in the world. It is the largest Gothic church in Northern Europe and has the second tallest spires. The towers for its two huge spires give the cathedral the largest façade of any church in the world. The choir has the largest height-to-width ratio, 3.6:1, of any medieval church. Construction of Cologne Cathedral began in 1248 but was halted in the years around 1560, unfinished. Work did not restart until the 1840s, and the edifice was completed to its original medieval plan in 1880. Cologne's medieval builders had planned a grand structure to house the reliquary of the three kings and fit its role as a place of worship for the Holy Roman Emperor. Despite having been left incomplete during the medieval period, Cologne Cathedral eventually became unified as a masterpiece of exceptional intrinsic value and a powerful testimony to the strength and persistence of Christian belief in medieval and modern Europe. Only the telecommunications tower is higher than the cathedral. History of Cologne Cathedral. As is the case with so many cathedrals, basilicas, and large churches throughout Europe, Cologne Cathedral was constructed over many centuries. In fact, though construction of the ecclesiastical building began all the way back in 1248, the two towers were not completed until 1880. There has been a Christian church on site since around the 4th century. Prior to the current cathedral, the church before had been constructed during the 9th century. However, it was soon decided that the building was not grand enough to house the relics of the biblical Magi, and so, perhaps rather conveniently, the church burned down during demolition work in 1248. Soon enough, the decision was taken to build a new cathedral on the site, i.e. the church you now see today. The first stone was laid on the Feast of the Assumption of Mary on the 15th of August 1248. What started as a Gothic project was modified and changed over the 7 centuries of its construction. You see, in 1473, work on the cathedral was halted for a variety of reasons, but largely due to a lack of funding. For several centuries, the cathedral remained unfinished and was used as was. The North Tower was pretty much non-existent and the South Tower was overshadowed by a building crane. All this changed during the 19th century, with the resurgence of Romantic enthusiasm for the Middle Ages. And with more modern technologies, the cathedral was completed in the period from 1842 to 1880. During the 1950s, the cathedral was renovated following heavy bombing during World War II. The cathedral was bombed no fewer than 14 times. Maintenance work on the building is ongoing to this day, with some 80 people employed to oversee its survival for future generations. How to visit Cologne Cathedral. Like most cathedrals in Europe, Cologne Cathedral is free to visit and is open every day of the week. However, if you wish to climb to the top of the tower via the steep staircases and be rewarded with one of the best views of Cologne, then you'll need to pay a small fee. The cathedral is Germany's most visited landmark and boasts around 20,000 visitors a day. If you want to see the cathedral without as many crowds, then you'll want to plan your visit to be in the morning and midweek if possible. Today, the ecclesiastical building remains one of the tallest churches in Europe. Cologne Cathedral is also home to the Shrine of the Three Wise Men, a golden reliquary alleged to hold relics from the biblical Magi. Since 1996, the cathedral has been listed on the UNESCO list of culturally important sites.